afternoon, everyone. In this video, we'll be talking about packages in object-oriented design. So actually, you can actually fit a class model on a single page for many of the small and medium-sized problems. Okay. See, for example, all the problems which we have discussed as of now are simple enough that you could fit them into a single page. Okay. So that means you should be able to easily visualize the complete class model. Okay. Into a single sheet of paper or into a single screen or something like that, and then that's why we could actually grasp the complete problem in detail. But what happens if your model becomes really large? Okay, say for example you have several subsystems, and then you have several classes, say for example even hundreds of classes. Okay, so if you put all of the things into a single class model, it would be very difficult to grasp. Okay, so that is one big problem. So the best solution for that one is actually partition them into packages. Okay, even if you really remember in the lab as well, I always have been creating these packages. Okay, so we were putting all those classes together, okay, into one of these packages. Say for example, during one of the labs, when we were looking at this sort of this multi-level inheritance. Okay, so we were putting that box, and then this weighted box, and then the shipment classes, these three classes into a single package, isn't it? So more or less those three classes are in that particular package, and also the generalization relationship is actually within that single package. And then of course our test classes and everything we were putting in a different package. Okay, that's at the implementation level, but at the conceptual level also you should be thinking in terms of putting them in packages. Okay, the UML representation for a package is like this one. This is like a folder. Okay, so you put the package name like this. So the way I have given the example, a package is a group of elements. Okay, so it will consist of classes, associations, generalization relationships, and also other sub packages. Okay, lesser packages. Okay, more or less we'll put them into a single package, which basically come under a common theme. Okay, so that's how a package actually partitions a model, making it easier to understand and manage. It basically divides the complete class model. Okay, or more or less many models. Say for example the other types of models which we will be discussing in the coming weeks. Okay, would also be put in this sort of package. So by that way you can actually separate them. So based on common themes you can actually separate them. Large applications actually may require several types of packages. Okay, so that is actually interesting. Okay, so you may have several types of packages, sub packages. Within that one there will be several classes and so on. So in that sense packages actually form a tree with increasing abstraction towards the root. Okay, so it is actually okay, the general representation of tree in computer science, we put it like that one. So basically a package and sub packages and then so and so. Okay, so as you go up the abstraction basically increases, and towards the root, which is actually the application, the top level package. Okay, so it would be really at the abstract level you will be seeing. Okay, and then they will be forming this sort of package tree. So if you really want to see an example, okay, so this is an example which I have taken from internet. Okay, so I have even kept the reference here. Okay, so don't worry about the model that much, but then this is how you can actually package the things. Okay, so I will quickly introduce what this model is, but then we really don't have to worry about this model. So whatever the model which we will develop for our own applications, we can divide them in this sort of packages. So assume there is a laser program. Okay, there is a tutor, and then there will be a program. So the product will have an ID, name, description, etc., and the program will have the code on which date it will be basically provided, and then there will be a fees for that one. So that will be a laser program. Okay, so here the program itself, both the tutor and program, you can actually package them into a single thing. But then there will be several members who actually will be participating in this program. Okay, so the member can be he will have the name, address, and then say for example he will have his info. Okay, and then you can also generalize this thing, and then there can be VIP members as well, so which is extending here this feature. So when he has actually upgraded, okay, so that information is there. Upgrade notes are also there. Okay. So there can be several other features. And then like say for example, if the member is having several transactions, okay, so basically like it will have an ID and then like how much fee he has paid. You got the point? So basically like there is laser programs in which like the tutor and programs are there, okay, classes are there. And then like member basically will have this sort of transactions member and then like VIP member in this package. And this member is actually using okay several leisure facilities. So that means like it is composed of several leisure facilities. So through booking, so the leisure facility is he can be using is some stadium or some session, okay, so some media room or whatever it is, okay. So it can be like that. So in this way, like say for example, all the member details you are putting in one package, all the actual program details you are putting in one package, and then like the facilities which he is using into a different package, okay. And this is how like you basically can have a class model with the different packages. Of course it is for one particular application, whatever the application you design. If it really grows bigger, okay, the package and the value will be pretty much higher. So within a package there can be several sub packages as well, as I have said, like basically like you can have a tree structure. Say for example, this can be one package and purely member information can be in a different package, okay, like this one within this package, and then like you can have member transactions as this sort of upper level package. So you can actually see this sort of hierarchy you can actually achieve with this sort of packages. So when you are designing this sort of packages, carefully delineate each package scope. Okay. Again, boundaries for a package are just a matter of judgment. Okay. So over the years, like you will have enough experience and expertise, and then like you will be designing ideal packages. Okay. And of course, like no first solution is perfect in that sense. Okay. But to make sure that the class and association names within each package are unique. Okay, that is one restriction which we should be careful about. How where you put the boundaries, that's a matter of judgment. But then like make sure that the class and its association names within a package, within each package, are unique. And of course, like use consistent names across the packages. Okay, so that like it is easier for them to for a person who is looking at the model later, it is easily understandable. Okay. When you are defining a class, like define each class in a single package. Okay, within a package, like you basically define a class. Okay, so in the main package where you actually define a class, okay, show all its features. So features in the sense like you use the class name, and then like say for example it's the attributes, its operations, everything, like you show them in the defining package. Okay, but there may be a situation where like the class may appear in multiple packages. Okay, so because like you are actually referring it, and then like you need to have a representation nearer that model. So think about this example again. Okay, so there is a package one, okay, in which like you have class one. Okay, so class one is defining I mean package one is defining for this class one. So in this package, like you have the complete description of that one. It's all its features, okay, so methods, attributes, and everything you basically define it here. But say for example there is package 2 in which like you define several other classes which are actually trying to invoke this class and then so and so. So when you are trying to model this sort of seeing this model of package 2, you still would like to see the package 1 within this construct. Okay. So there like you don't put the complete definition of the class, okay, so but rather like just have this sort of class icon there. This actually makes it easier to read these class models, okay, and then like it is also will make you make it easier to develop these packages concurrently. Okay, so that's how like you should be actually defining each class. Okay, so in terms of that in terms of the example whatever I have discussed about, most often associations and generalizations should appear in a single package, but as I mentioned, like classes may appear in multiple packages descriptions and then so on and so on, but limit them appearing in several packages actually. Okay, so for example into this package diagrams, like okay, so limit the number of classes which actually appear in multiple classes, multiple packages. So that's about packages. And then like so again the reference is from chapter 4 that book. Okay, so with this video, like the chapter 4 is actually finished. So now we will move on to the next topic. Thank you very much for your attention.